Join me as I face my biggest fears and see if I can find out if God really saves me today. Fear is something we all experience at some point in our lives. It's that feeling of anxiety or apprehension that can be really overwhelming. I think it's safe to say that fear is a universal human emotion that can affect anyone, regardless of their background or circumstances. For many people, fear can be a constant companion that's always lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce. One of the most common fears people face is the fear of failure. We're often afraid of not meeting expectations or not being good enough. Then, there's the fear of rejection, which can be really painful. We're social creatures, and the thought of being rejected by others can be really daunting. And let's not forget the fear of the unknown. Not knowing what's around the corner can be really unsettling. These fears can hold us back from living the life we truly want to live. They can prevent us from taking risks, pursuing our passions, and reaching our full potential. I've had my fair share of fears, and I still do. There are times when I feel like I'm walking through a dark tunnel with no light at the end. But as I've navigated these feelings, I've come to realize that my faith plays a huge role in helping me overcome them. When I feel anxious or scared, I try to focus on Scripture and remind myself that I'm not alone. I've learned that I can bring my fears to God and trust that He'll guide me through. One of my favorite verses is Psalm 23:4, which says, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff comfort me." Verses like these remind me that I'm not alone, and that God is always with me. They give me the courage to face my fears head-on. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I try to take a deep breath and remember that God is in control. There was a moment when I was really struggling with fear and anxiety. I was feeling like I was drowning in my emotions, and I didn't know how to keep my head above water. But then I had a really powerful experience that changed everything for me. I was reading Scripture and praying, and I just felt this sense of peace wash over me. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I felt like I could finally breathe again. In that moment, I realized that I wasn't alone, and that God was with me. I felt a sense of calm and reassurance that I'd never felt before. This experience has stayed with me, and it's helped me to face my fears in a new light. I still get scared, but I know that I can bring those fears to God and trust that He'll help me through them. I've learned to be more mindful of my thoughts and emotions and to take things one step at a time. I've also learned to seek support from loved ones and to prioritize self-care. As I look back on our conversation, I realize that fear is a universal human experience, but it's how we respond to it that really matters. For me, my faith has been a game changer. It's helped me to face my fears with courage and confidence. If you're struggling with fear, I want to invite you to comment below and share your story. What are some of the fears that you're facing, and how do you cope with them? I'd love to hear from you and offer any support or encouragement I can. If you're looking for more content like this, be sure to check out my other videos for inspiration and support.